Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Hey, welcome to What's on Tap podcast. We are here to once again drink some beers, and we are joined by Bjorn.
Hello.
And we are super excited about the beers today because we've been hitting a lot of IPAs in the past couple episodes, but now we're getting into some deep stuff, some dark stuff.
We're going to drink strong Swedish beers. We actually wanted to get what is likely, or maybe definitely, we wanted the strongest beer ever made in Sweden.
Yeah, according to Per from Smedsbo Slott, it is the strongest brewed beer in Sweden. Not freeze distilled or just strongest
brewed.
Brewed. And what was the ABV on that?
20 something.
20 something. And it was called what?
Diesablut.
Diesablut.
Blut was a ritual made by Vikings before the introduction of Christianity. So blut was a kind of... Was it really sacrificial? Maybe. But this one is called Diesablut Sacrificial Stout, 20% ABV. And I tried to order it the second or minute it became available, and I failed. It sold out. So I bought the beer we're having instead, with Stefan's approval, blessing, and permission.
Yes.
Like, do we share this one instead? Yeah, go for it. Go.
Yeah, it's called Pascha.
Pascha. We know nothing about it.
It just says seasonal ale. What is?
There's no description on the internet. There's nothing. So what we got, it might be good, but
It says it's a double imperial stout at 14%.
Yeah.
And this says seasonal ale, so at least we know that it's a imperial stout.
Sure.
Which we didn't know that, based on the label. So this is our, I think, fourth Smedsbo.
Yeah, we've had it in the Christmas calendar.
Yeah.
And combined with something else.
Right. And then I discovered. Did we review that on the podcast?
I'm not sure.
The Poyala collab that they did. I think I just brought that to a bottle share. So we didn't have that on the podcast. I brought that to a bottle share. So maybe we only did 3. So we've had some rather mixed results with Smedsbo. But I gotta say, I always kind of excited about what they're doing because you never know what you're going to get. There's been some real highs and some real lows.
Yeah, Per is a fun character.
Yeah.
He'll always wear a suit and hat.
Nice.
Have this
handlebar mustache kind of thing.
Yeah, this like the Bismarck German style kind of mustache. But I agree. The beers are some of them are great, and some are not good. But they're all very strong.
Yeah. He's like, if it's under 10%, he's like, not worth releasing, I guess, because they're all just very high ABV.
Even his pale ales are like 12%.
Yeah.
We've only actually reviewed them twice. The third time was Poppel's Grand Cru, which was a collab. That doesn't count. So one time as an episode, one time as a Christmas calendar, and those are free for all.
Yeah.
And then one time as a collab. So we are fine.
Yeah.
Because we get to mention the strongest beer ever brewed in Sweden.
Well, this is 40%. It smells
like dried fruits.
Yeah.
It smells like a Belgian strong ale. More than an Imperial Stout.
Yeah. I just look. I don't think Imperial Stout on this. It does not. Nothing about this says Imperial Stout.
Untappd
the color
could be
is
wrong.
Very amber-like.
Yeah, like it's not quite dark enough.
Dark amber.
The body is kind of weird. It's very light. I'm super curious about this beer.
So let's actually say that Untappd is probably wrong with Imperial Stout. Let's go with the label seasonal ale. So it's a miscellaneous strong ale.
But still, cheers.
Yeah.
Untappd is still anyone can add the beers. So
yeah, but this one has a label, so the brewer has had some input. Private persons can't add labels, so it's this is good. It's a little bit salty. Does this activate your soy
I mean, it doesn't act definitive for me. I mean, there's more, Bjorn's more.
Oh, it's Bjorn that doesn't
Bjorn's
like
more of the soy boy.
Soy boy.
Yeah, I'm the soy boy. No, I don't get any soy.
Yeah, I don't either. It's kind of weird. I'm not really sure what I think about this one. It's like, all right, so I'm getting some smoky notes in the aftertaste, but the upfront is almost a little briny. The alcohol heat is slightly there, which you would kind of expect from a 14%, especially in a beer this thin. So the fact that it doesn't just blow out your palate with like alcohol heat, it's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Just like a weird butterscotchy kind of flavor in there. So there's a lot of things happening. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet.
I now think it's like a salty licorice kind of Belgian strong ale, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because the slight butternut scotchy, I feel dried fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
Those are Belgian strong ale territory flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Dried fruits and butterscotch. That's I don't get the salt that you.
Would you say brine?
Briny saltiness to it.
When
yeah.
you say brine,
I
that's
definitely get
salt
saltiness.
water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have a salty, almost in the salt licoricey kind of flavor to it.
Yeah, maybe.
you taste it. Taste it. You know you taste it.
Yeah, at the start.
Beer pressure.
Yeah, you get a sharp, like, when you say salt water.
Yeah.
But it's not salty, but like.
Yeah, it's not salty. It's like,
Briny is better.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is a weird one for me. I got to think about the rating on this one. But so if you guys want to go ahead and
375.
Yeah.
Just under
I've gotten to try a lot of Smedsbo beers, both with you guys, but also at festivals, talking to Per. I quite like this one.
Yeah. It's almost a 4. It might be a 4.
Yeah, it's quite.
Yeah, for some reason on the nose, I thought it was going to be more tannic or a little sour. So I was kind of like dreading I was like, oh, this is going to be tough. But it's not. It's
no sourness in the.
No sourness at all. And it actually drinks pretty easy for 14%. It goes down pretty smooth.
I like the dry fruit notes.
Yeah, I'm also going to go 375 on this one, but I think I would have a hard time finishing this bottle on my own.
Yeah, but it's not meant for. It's meant for sharing.
It is meant for sharing.
It's such a cute little 30s.
Yeah, we'll go 375 also.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, so next we have Ekero Barley, called Barley Wine, 15.5%. And that's about it.
So the thing about Ekero Brewery is that, and Björn is the one who taught me this, so he should say it, but there were 3 breweries that merged into one. Mm-hmm. So is it Northern Brewers?
Yeah, as I know, Ekero Brygghus was their own brewery, and then you have Adelsö, and you had Northern Exposure, which used to be Nordic Kiwi Brewers before that.
I remember them,
which turned into Northern Exposure. What I've learned is that all these 3 brewers are now brewing at the same place at Ekero Brygghus.
So is it kind of like a molecule situation?
Yeah. But looking in Untappd, Adelsö is still own brand, but all the old Northern Exposure beers has merged into Ekero Brygghus.
Okay.
And they've changed on Untappd.
Okay.
So Northern Exposure doesn't exist.
And Northern Kiwi Brewers doesn't exist.
So NKB also
yeah.
which explains why, like when you said, I'm like, I haven't seen NKB beers in quite a while, and they were starting to build a reputation at the time.
Adelsö are the ones who had labels that looked like long play record covers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are really cool.
Exactly. I knew you would get it on those round labels that look like...
So Adelsö and Ekero is quite close, I think, in the Stockholm area. So they've been merging in the last couple of years, and I think they have their own tap room right now. Also, I don't remember. I think it is in Bromma, if I'm not miscorrected. They have a tap room.
All right.
I remember talking to one of the brewers from Northern Exposure on my blog, but I haven't been in Stockholm since then, so I haven't got a chance to try.
Gotta make another trip up north.
Yeah, maybe this summer.
All right. So, what do you think about the smell of this one? Because there's a very distinct smell.
Oop.
See if you.
It's too fruity.
Too fruity. All right.
You already know a flavor that we're supposed to say.
Yes.
No, please tell us.
Irish whiskey barrels. It's
maybe.
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely there. It's.
Is it Irish whiskey barrels? Did you read it?
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, when you say it, I can.
I mean,
smell
it's
it, but
for me.
It was.
It's almost got kind of a
really dried fruit,
cinnamony, peaty kind of smell to it. For me, it's like I hit it. Like even without reading, I was like, that's going to be interesting.
Yesterday, I was I visited an older friend, and he served me chocolates that were plums in Madeira. Do you remember?
That sounds good.
It's a classic.
It is a classic.
It's been around for a million years.
All right. Well, cheers, guys.
So when you first said it, I was like, it kind of smells like plums in Madeira. That's why I said plums. Yeah, a lot of wood.
That's what she said.
Hardwood, even.
Yeah, well, she didn't say that.
Redwood.
The mighty oak.
Now Stefan's phone is making bzz, bzz sounds.
So there are a lot of people getting some bingo scratches.
Yeah.
The bingo scratch, but that's way back when Matthias was the co-host. His phone would always go bzz, 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 bzz. So that was on the bingo card then. Then for a number of years now, we haven't had phones making bzz, bzz sounds until today. But apparently...
I didn't turn the notifications off.
Every episode.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's never mine. Mine is always soundless when we start.
Because he has anyone that wants to talk to him. Let's be honest here. So what do you guys think here? This is...
I actually like the wood notes in the flavor. They sometimes go hand in hand with a sourness that has started developing, but this beer has avoided that.
Yeah, there's no tannic off flavors here in that way.
Quite sweet.
Definitely barrel aged, and the first sip was really alcohol forward. It was quite boozy, and the second sip is kind of eases into it a little more.
Sweet peatiness.
It's extremely sweet.
Sweet peatiness. Slight dried fruit, but
I would say it's lightly peated. So if you don't like peat smoked beers, this one might work for you because it's super light in the peated.
I love peat smoked beers.
I love peated whiskey, but when it comes to beer, it's
a little bit goes a long way. Yeah.
But this is
For me, it's like wine barrels.
is quite mellow, but it's still there. It's very sweet, and I'm not sure if I like that.
I think I like it. I think I had a preconceived notion that this would be messy, and it's not really messy.
I would say that for a peat smoked barley wine, and this is going to be a lot of caveats. made in Sweden, which is not known for doing these kind of beers particularly well,
with
if
this
at all.
ABV.
With this ABV, I think this is actually pretty well done.
Yeah, you're surprised.
I am surprised at how drinkable this is in this little can. Because normally what you would find like this is some sort of fancy looking bottle or something, and it'd be a special release. And this feels like it was just a on the shelf, like monthly special release.
You don't get that it's 15%.
Yeah.
The no alcoholic burn or something like that. It's very smooth for that percentage.
I'll give it a 4.
I'm surprised you're giving it that low. I felt like you were going to more of a 4.25.
I was boosting it up so much.
Oh, really? So you're like a 3.75, really, but you're feeling generous with a 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Bjorn?
No, I'm not that generous. 3.75.
It's a strong 4 then, okay? Are you happy?
I wanted a 4.25 out of you. No, I'm not.
Are you giving it a 4.25?
No.
Hypocrite.
Yeah, but I don't like peat smoked. I don't make peat smoked whiskeys at all, and I'm not a fan of peat smoked beers. But I do find this very well made, and I think the base beer is quite nice. I'd like to try the unsmoked or unbarrel aged version of this to see what that tastes like. But I think this is a very well made beer, and they've taken it out of the barrels at just the right time. So it didn't become a tannic mess or develop a lot of off flavors. Which I know Marcus is working on a barrel aged beer, and we've talked a lot about like when you think it's ready, it's done. You don't like give it an extra give it an extra month because then it's going to fall apart.
You mean the apple brandy one?
Yes,
I helped him brew it.
I know.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Let's see. Let's see if he puts.
It wasn't about you, but sure, whatever.
Let's see if he puts Skrufferiet homebrewing as a collaborator or not.
I mean, he wants to keep the quality high, so probably not.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh,
If you want a low rating, then.
So yeah, I think this is probably a 4 for me, and this is with me not liking most of the things that the beer is doing. I still think it's quite well made.
Nice.
I really hate peat smoked beers.
If you hate peat smoked beers and you still give this a 4, now I regret calling you a hypocrite. Now I feel like I am being stingy when I like peat smoked beers and I still only give it a 4. So you have redeemed your right.
The peat smokiness is just there, it doesn't hit you over the head, but it's got kind of like a licorice chocolate and kind of a cola, like a soft drink cola flavor to it, which I think gives it some odd complexity and some interesting flavors and kind of helps mute the peatiness of it all.
I think the peatiness window is very small.
It is really, really small.
This one, I think, is a bit too sweet, and then you have those are too peaty that just taste like smoke and like this dried moss.
Yeah. I do kind of agree with you. It is a little on the sweet side. If the sweet side was just like a little bit lower, it would have been probably a 4.25 for me.
I'm going to open the scary hypocrisy door and say that if this was made by a world-class brewer, I would be praising it more.
Yeah, it definitely falls in that category. It's like, oh, if this was done by like Bottle Logic or even maybe Omnipolo or somebody, it would be like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, but it's easy to bash on Omnipolo because they've gotten too big for their own shoes. But if this was made by... Bottle Logic is a good example. I wouldn't stay on the
I would given Bottle Logic 3.75.
I mean, me too.
I think they're a bit overrated, Bottle Logic.
And Cycle's the same way. I'm kind of in like, if this was a Cycle beer, you'd probably give it a higher rating.
If this was Three Sons, I might have given it a higher.
Yeah, but if it was Three Sons, it would be a much richer mouthfeel as well. Yeah. It would be a thicker, richer beer. And the same thing, that would probably be the same thing with Bottle Logic and Cycle. It would be like motor oil kind of
but we're honoring Ekero by comparing them now to these breweries.
To some of the best stout manufacturers in the world, so yeah.
So this is a good beer.
Yeah.
I always liked what the guys from Molar Exposure have been doing, and I think it's mostly.
Do you remember what you paid for this?
If you keep
if we're vamping for a little bit longer, you can look it up.
But I will increase it to a week 425. It is a 425.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm pretty sure it wasn't that expensive. Under 99 crowns, I would have to guess. So probably somewhere in the 70-80 crown. So $7-8 a can.
84.
84, yeah.
Swedish kroner. So $8 for a small can.
Yeah, that's a really great buy. This is an amazing buy. I would say it's this is a can that you would pay much more for if it was a marquee name brewery. It would be twice the price probably.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is a lot of fun.
Wait. Put in the cart.
Are you buying another can of it?
Well,
Is that what we're waiting on? We're waiting for you to finish your shopping decisions?
When we are recording, there are 44 left.
Well, that's good to know. I kind of almost want to buy one myself. But we'll wrap it up here. Bjorn, where do we find you online?
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as Bjorn Guiden.
Dude, you're freaking nailing it. You got it down. You got that pattern, baby.
Yeah.
He's heard you say What's Untappd podcast is available on What's Untappd podcast.com, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, not OnlyFans, but Subway Graffiti, homeless people's signs, and wherever you can find good quality podcasts. So until next time.
Keep drinking, you dum-dums.
Yeah, you nailed it.